Hi everyone, Senior Scientist here, and out walking the dogs again, so I thought I would make another video. And checking out Filecoin. Alright, so we're down 3.67% this morning as the time of the recording of this video. And just wanted to kind of look at this thing. This is on the daily scale. How is this not completely bullish? We are sitting on top of the previous high. We formed higher lows, higher highs, and we've been sitting up there for a few days now. And I know it's frustrating because some other coins have been popping, but it just means we're that much closer to getting our big pump. Okay, so it's only a matter of time, and trying to nail the short-term time scale is just impossible with these things. But we are getting a little kink in both the MACD, and that's all expected. That's what these things have done in all the other coins prior to them pumping. So if it does drop, you know, there's pretty good support right around this 690 area. And it looks like we already kind of dropped there. And so it looks like we're coming out of that. We went back up. We're sitting right there now, testing the top, the previous top. So again, I don't know how that's not completely bullish. And then you look at the weekly scale, and there's very little doubt here that we are getting ready to go on the weekly scale. Look at the RSI sitting at 68.09. And where does that thing want to go? Well, it wants to go up. I don't think there's much correction there. And it should be this week, because I don't see that week closing low below the 70 on the RSI. So that's just my opinion. This is not financial advice, but we're kind of sitting at that area of maximum resistance before liftoff to our target. And our minimum target here is right about this resistance here. Where is that? That is, our minimum target is about, here, I'm going to try to get it as close as I can. I mean, we're talking $16 to maybe $19. And once it goes, it's going to go quick, like a couple days maybe, just because there's not much resistance above where it's at right now. Once it breaks where we're at right now, it should be off to the races. So I know we're sitting and other things are kind of pumping, and I'm in the same boat here. So I have a lot of my portfolio is wrapped up in Filecoin right now, kind of waiting for this. Now there are some others. I think I did talk about Jasmy earlier, and I do think Jasmy may not be done. It may not be done with its pump here. Now it is pulling back a little bit, and so it's possible it corrects right now. So I'm watching that pretty closely, but it's also possible we go up to that 6 cents mark. So that's kind of what I'm looking at, and 6 cents is a huge increase. Now eventually we'll get up there. So even if it does correct, then we hit our first target. I just don't know if this is the first target yet. The first target could be 6 cents. So that's what I'm watching Jasmy very closely. And we still have, you know, the indicators on the weekly still look really good to get up there. The daily still look pretty good. The RSI kind of dropping a little bit. And again, we're getting a little bit of a kink. But you see that kink in the MACD before the initial pump? Okay. See how that blue line kinks in right there? See that? Now that was shorter lived, but that's kind of what Filecoin is doing right now. So as a kind of a guide at some of the others that have already had that initial pump, or at least Jasmy's it may still be in the process of that pump, but this is on the 4-hourly scale, and again it's just because this thing already pumped, the scaling is looks a little off. But see how it dropped right there in the 4-hourly right before going up, and that might be what we're seeing taking place on Filecoin right now. Let's get back over to where we're at. So we kind of have this little drop on the MACD. That may drop below the 0 line before going up. So I think that's what's happening here. So everything looks pretty good, and it is kind of forming this harmonic pattern. And from what I've heard, I'm not a technical analyst, I just have been obsessed with kind of studying these things since I got into crypto. So do your own research, but if this is kind of the harmonic pattern that we're in, then that could be a really bullish signal as well. So there's a lot of reasons why this thing is getting ready to go, and this could be the last drop. We'll see. Again, sometimes these things are like a slingshot and will drop and then shoot up. So if it does drop, hear me out here, I think it will be very short-lived, so don't panic. Okay, don't panic. If it drops, let that be a good thing for you and get excited. And that might be what we're seeing right now, is that last drop before it shoots, because it will be very short-lived. And when I say short-lived, I mean within the hourly. So if it just like dropping, you're like, oh no, do not panic, because it goes up so fast from there. All right, that's the best. It's the best I can do here for you now, and you know, I'm not worried at all. I just know that it does suck to kind of see some of these others that have been popping. Bitcoin Cash doing pretty good here. Well, that's about 300 down. It dropped. I think that was at 315. Yeah, it went back to its previous high, 315.69, and that's looking pretty bullish. Yeah, that's a 4-hourly. Look at the MACD on that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, do you see this again here? So these all kind of do this. So you see on the RSI how we have that kink right there, right? Okay. And we have, again, they all kind of do that before they pump. See how we have that little drop in the MACD? Pretty sharp drop too. Pretty sharp drop in the price there. And then it shot up real quick. This is on the 4-hourly scale. So I say it doesn't last long if it does drop. And that might be what we're seeing on Filecoin. Again, it's just yet another example. So this thing may be continuing its drop a little bit. So if it does, it might go like this. So let's just use the RSI kind of as an example. So it might kink, drop, kink, and then shoot up. That would match what a lot of others do. So we may not be done with our drop just yet, but I can't say that for certain. We might be. But at any rate, my point in all of this is that we are very, very, very close. And I think that if it does drop, let me zoom out here. If it does drop, it could come down to that $6.50. You think, what? It's so low. More than likely it wouldn't get below this area here. More than likely it wouldn't get too much below that previous low, 680. But if it does, it could come down here. There's pretty good support at $6.46, roughly speaking. So I wouldn't be surprised if it drops down there quick and then shoots back up. But it would happen within the hourly scale. So it'd be very quick. So whatever happens today, my suggestion is just to be patient and you'll reap the rewards. But this is not financial advice. Peace.